One of the best ways to color balance an image is through curves. And the way that you want to do it is in small increments. You don't want to try to balance all of it at one time. So here I have my initial levels for color balancing set. And now from here, I want to go to curves and take a look at this image and say, well, perhaps this image has too much red. And this shows me the histogram on the bottom. What I can do is I can take the eyedropper tool and click on the various points that I'm concerned with, and you see that they make little registration points. And by pulling those backwards and forwards, I can very subtly take some of the red out of that. So that would be all I would do for that one. Then I would go back and do another one, curves again, and this time perhaps I would like to check out where there might be too much blue. So again, I'm going to take the eyedropper and say there's a little too much blue, and there's a little too much blue in there, and say alright, blue, whoops, blue, I'm sorry, do that one more time, and just take it out of the shadows just a little bit. Okay, and if I want, I can go back to this one, to the reds, and readjust this one, and see if everything's good there. So if you look right here, this is what I'm adjusting now. You see if I make it too much red, go into the other, but I can pull it back. And so forth and so on, and I would keep going. Eventually, what I actually need to do is select an area, because what I'm working towards is I want to see if I can get the white white, because if I can get the white white, that means all the other colors will set. But at some point, I may not be able to do that through broad adjustments. So I might, in that case, just select, let's say, the figure, and go about and do the same thing. So in this case, I'll go to Curves, and you see it makes my layer mask. And I think I'm going to work with a little bit of red here. Take the eyedropper and select these little points. See if I can get just a little bit more red out of there. There we go. Oops. And there, a little bit better. So just to give you an idea of what I've done so far, what I started with was, let's take all these off. This was the initial image. I went from there to there to there to there. And I'd keep working with this image. I'd make a selection just for the grass, just for the sidewalk, just for the barn, just for the sky, and keep manipulating all this until I could get it set. I wouldn't select the individual pieces, however, until I just couldn't get any closer. So I could continue working from here and say curves. And sometimes color hides where you really don't necessarily think it is. So perhaps I want to just go like that. There's also a question that in this case, this is a 1970s image, and color wasn't that great. So if I want to remain true to the overall image, I need to be concerned with where it comes from and what I'm going to use it for.